It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And y'all were so funny yesterday with your comments. I was affectionately referring to this as a slope, and you're all, girl, that's a cliff face. You're not wrong, but it is quite sandy, so there's really easy footholds. We haven't had any casualties yet, but as you can see, the guys have done a really awesome job of clearing all of the crap out of the slope, right? We've got, the ability to really get after all of these weeds by the roots because the soil is so soft. I thought we might have to do some spraying, but we're not. We're able to organically pull it all out. Take a look down around the Hollywood junipers, down at the edge of the property, how they cleared all of that out. Now, we didn't actually take this vegetation down all the way. We didn't go after the roots because this is so steep down here. We were afraid that it would offer absolutely no retention if we took all the roots. So we just cut things to the ground all the way down here, because then it does just go completely vertical from this point down. Kevin's back. Look, Kevin's feeling better. Yay, Kevin. He has recovered and we are so happy. He's doing all of the detail work. You can see all this grass, which is, it's just a maintenance issue really. But I was telling the guys earlier that I could just live here and just do this all day, every day. It satisfies me no end. I love pulling weeds, and this slope would be as smooth as a baby's bottom if it were mine. I can assure you of that. And then if I ever did get tired or need inspiration, all I would have to do is turn around and look at that spectacular view. And all would be right with the world. Just magnificent. Okay, so Greg up here, he's working on laying some new pipe. We want to make sure that we get coverage for all 200 of our agave angustifolias. So he's laying in some new hardline and also going to be making some, it looks like he already has put new heads on those risers. Are those MP rotators? Yeah, oh my, really? I sound so, well, look at me, I'm learning. I can see where he's attached new heads. The MP rotator puts out less water, but more efficiently by going bigger drops.
30-foot radius too. Yeah,
they have a 30-foot radius. They put out bigger drops and they go slower, so there's better retention. Look at this. This kind of gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here. You'll also notice that I think Hannah did a lot of the heavy lifting on the pickleweed and pulling all the dead out that had been.
We all did the same amount of work.
All did the same amount of work. Okay, team. No I in team, right, Hannah? But this pickleweed, we were able to recover some that we can plug in the slope. And my grand plan is to smooth all this out, plant the agaves, and see how it goes. And from there, we may come back. I had an idea to turn this into kind of a dry stream bed here where we have the erosion. We may do that. We may plant some more things in here. Who knows? The sky's the limit. Some of you ask why we're doing this and not some of the other areas that I pointed out yesterday. There's their master bedroom up there. So they look out on this.
There's a window on the other side.
Yeah, and there's a window on the other side. So they look out on this. Those side areas they don't really see. So that's why this was a priority over some of the other spots in the yard.
Is it heavy?
Oh no, it's not so bad.
It's kind of a hoof though.
There it is.
It's like being in a bounce house, huh?
It's a little more tiring.
It's a great workout. So I thought that as a bonus feature too, while we're on this 4-day project, can't help myself. This installation that I did 7 months ago in the front yard, I've been doing some tweaking. Yesterday I moved the Echeveria Sahara from a really sunny spot to a more protected spot, and I moved the Ruticope aloe that was here over to another area in the yard, and I didn't put anything in the spot where I took the Sahara out because it just really didn't need it. But these are bugging me. These are aloe Dorthier, and I don't like how far apart they are, and I don't like how green they are. So I'm going to fix that. We're going to dig these out. It looks like, yeah, I had just planted these 7 months ago as cuttings. So, they're just starting to reroot now. And you can see that they're a little bit wet because we did have some rain. But that's over. So we're cleaning off all the dead. Set that aside. And I'll take this one. Oh, wow. Look at that. That one has really taken off. Okay, so the way for me to pull color, and remember, you're only going to want to do this if you live somewhere where you don't get, you're not looking for or at extremes in weather over the next couple of months, because when I cut the roots off of these plants, I need to know that it's not going to get too hot or too cold, and the soil's not going to get too wet until these have a chance to harden off and throw off some roots again. But I really would like to see these turn orange. And I'd like to see them planted closer together. So I'm going to cut that. Nothing more stressful than having your head cut off. So we should see some beautiful orangish red color real quick from these. This one, I'm going to cut right here. And I'm going to limb it up a little bit.
If you wanted to, you could cut where the leaves are as well, right?
You can cut where the leaves are? What do you mean?
Yeah, instead of just where the roots are, you could have cut
Up higher?
up higher.
Oh, sure, yeah. You can cut up higher, but I kind of like to look at it as I go and work from the bottom up so that I can decide how far I want to take this. Okay, I think I like the shape. Nah, still too many bottom leaves. So we'll just peel those off until we get it shaped the way we like it. That's better, huh, Han?
Sure.
See this bloom that's coming? This will not be impacted at all by what we're doing. It's still going to bloom and be gorgeous. How are those agave blooms doing at your house, Hannah?
They're fine. They're blooming.
They're flowering? Very good. Okay, so here we have a little baby pup. We'll work off of that. I'm going to soften up the soil a bit. And then just pop these in where I want them. I feel like we've got too many bottom leaves on this one too. Ugh. There, that's better. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one, kind of nestle it in front like that. So now what I have is more of a bouquet, and it just looks better. And for me as a designer, it's all about how it looks. So what I have now is a more compact presentation. I've also slowed down the growth process by cutting off the roots and stressed the plant so that it will give the client some really magnificent color in the weeks to come. This has been Laura Eubanks with Team DFS in Granite Hills with day 2 of the Succulent Cliff Face and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.